I'm Joe Scarupa, and I'm the editorial director for RCAS News, and I'm here today at the Retail and Consumer Goods Analytics Summit. And I'm talking to two executives who were just in a workshop. Actually, they led the workshop, and it's Matt Krepsik and it's Carly Phillips. And Matt, tell me about that workshop. I believe the theme was analytics for everyday decision making. And what was the attendees interested in, and what were some of the themes that came out of that session?
Thanks, Joe. So at Nielsen, I'm the global head of analytics, and one of our challenges is to take very sophisticated math and data estimation engines and start to take the power of analytics and deploy it across a broad swath of organizations to help them make decisions each and every day. And so the thrust of the discussion we had with the group was really talking about moving from a world where analytics and sophisticated high-powered analytics are reserved for a few big brands, a few moments across a company or organization where they're making big plans for the year, and really start to talk about how we can change the paradigm and help companies adapt each and every day to the challenge they face. And so instead of thinking about analytics as a tool, we think about how do we enable everyday decisions through the power of sophisticated analytics. So that way the organizations can drive growth opportunities and make smarter decisions with limited funds and investments they have.
So Matt, you've sort of laid the groundwork there for Carly, and Carly, you've actually been using tools that enable your organization to make everyday decisions using analytics. So tell me a little bit about what you were talking about in that session and what resonated with the audience.
Absolutely. So what we did was we've already been applying these tools. When we saw them, we were trying to answer some big business questions, and they were more about how do we move faster? How do we become proactive instead of reactive? And we found this tool that allowed us to integrate more of the data into our everyday planning and not only make us faster at what we were doing, but making our insights. It's not just data. It's the ability for us to apply it at the retailer and also reach consumers. So for us, it was that conglomerate, or the bringing together of all of this data in a simple form that we could apply at the sales director level. They can use this tool, and we're going to get there eventually. Right now we're introducing it to the retailers, but our main focus right now is introducing it, just using these tools. And what I found when we were in there was that people were so interested in the process. How does this work? Who did you take it to first? Who needs to see this? And the answer is everyone. And what we can do is give them our approach and take it to the category, not just raise our own brands, but give insights into our category and change the way everybody's looking at it, not just for our benefit, but for everybody's.
Matt, Carly just said that she really appreciates being able to get analytic insight in a simple form. From your perspective, how does that play out in the technology that can be used, and what are the benefits of that?
Sure. So if we think about the world of analytics for the past 15, 20 years of my career, we've often taken complex things and made them more complex, right? We've often approached the marketplace to say high-powered analytics, it's instantaneous complexity. And what we've tried to do is kind of flip that around and saying, well, it's not about jumping into the cockpit of an A380 jumbo jet and learning how to fly, being able to ask, how do you fly a plane? It was about saying, how do you take the value and complexity that analytics have and put them in a simple to easy to use interface? And we talked about it in terms of what we call user-initiated complexity. And so when you utilize the tools and utilize the analytics, we expect the user to know no more than what they know in the back of their hand. They don't need a graduate degree. They certainly don't need a PhD. And in fact, they don't even need to know a lot about mathematics and algebra. For them, they just need to understand the decision they're trying to make and the trade-offs they're trying to compare against. And so that way we can focus more on the challenges and the problems they have versus having to learn all these sophisticated tools and heuristics. And what's great about this is we've blended both technology as well as our focus on the user experience and the UI to simplify the tool, simplify the experience, and deploy high-powered, sophisticated analytics in a very simple, quick, easy-to-use interface.
You know, Carly, Matt was talking about users being able to use this tool. You mentioned salespeople using this tool. So how does that play out for the salespeople? What is the value they get from it?
So for us, what we've done recently is we own the tool and we're taking it out and showing it to the retailers. The way that we're focusing with our sales team is more about having them go along with us so they can learn how easy this tool is real time. And one of the things he said is so important. It's all about real time data, and they can make real time decisions in front of the retailer. So it brings the data to their fingertips. And often we think that more data is better, but it's not better if you can't explain it or use it in tangible examples in front of a retailer where it focuses for them. So we're bringing that focus to our sales team and to our sales directors to give them that the ability to talk well about the simplicity of data, because making it harder doesn't make it any more relatable to the retailer. It just makes it harder. So we want to make things simple but applicable on every piece of our business, and that's what it's done for us.
Well, thank you, Matt, and thank you, Carly. That's our report on analytics for everyday decision making, and looking forward to the rest of the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.